Hello and welcome to another episode of Making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today we're going to be continuing working on sound effects, and yeah, I think I'm closing to the end of this particular issue. So we've started with the impact system. I think it's in combat, yeah, here. So right now if I start the game, I at least register all the times when I have to like emit the sound of the attack impact. So like right now when this thing, this creep attacks me, so I can see the impact sound. I should emit impact sound of mandibles versus flesh, and when I hit it like this, you can see fists versus kitten. So yeah, the only thing that now I would want to, well, actually emit the sounds. So let's do this. So this week I've actually implemented the simple parser for an CastleDB files. So CastleDB is like a simple database. Let me just launch it. Yeah, so that's the last file I was editing. I think I've called it, how did I call it? Yeah, demo CDB. So I decided the name of this tables file, it would coincide with the name of the game, and right now the name of this game is demo. And yeah, so I mean, this file could contain several like, how they're called, sheets, several sheets, and they would be like distinct tables. So this table, impact sounds, you actually can't use the dash here because yeah, it would say another sheet name, but anyway, I would just convert that to dash in game. So here I've set up a simple table which would contain the weapon class, the armor class, and then the sound. I think I would also perhaps add another column, which would be, no, not the column, the line. The new line, which would refer to this case, fists versus kitten. So this would be fists, this would be kitten, and the sound, well, I guess it would be just fists, kitten. Yeah, it would seem somehow obvious, but the thing is that I wouldn't have to like hard code any of the stuff later. I would just use those tables. So I've implemented a simple parser for that. I've called it, how have I, yeah, castledb.lisp. So it just uses the I reckon Jonathan library to parse JSON, because those castledb files are just JSON files. So I parse that and get a table, and then let me remember, I just thought that I would make some sort of API for that. So let me just search, where am I using this? Right, so I'm using this here to load, yeah, and I have these global variables that would contain all of the tables. Yeah, that was the idea. So now I think I want, yeah, and even the nice log line. So now I think what I want is the API to actually access those tables. So perhaps even if I look right now, I would see, yeah, so here's the table, it is the hash table, and it contains as the keys the names of those tables, like this, impact sounds, and then as the values here, it is the list of the lists. So it's like the list of all of the lines here in this file, and this plist is kinda, well, the thing that is stored here in the line. So here we go. And now, yeah, I think I want the API to access that. Yeah, actually having this as a plist, perhaps it is not the best idea, like memory-wise, because it will have like extra bytes to store that. Because, well, I could have stored it as the vector and without the keyword designators, but like having a list, it seems like I would have like one extra reference for cons, I guess, and then another one for the keyword, So I guess it would be 2 to 3 extra machine words for every column. But it is not that much. I mean, I wouldn't have like thousands and thousands of those lines there. Rather, it would be like several of those, or maybe a dozen. Or maybe 100 anyway, but not that much. So yeah, it wouldn't take up too much memory. So yeah, now I would make the APIs to access that, and then I would go to the actual combat system here and replace this format with plain actual sound. Yeah, that's the plan for today. And then I will actually pick up some sounds from OpenGameArt maybe. Create instruct types. Yeah, the thing with those CastleDB files is that the columns there are strictly typed, and perhaps I could use that later, and I will use that later, because you can have like all of the different types. You can even have an image, like it was there somewhere, yeah, the image, or the tile, don't know what that is, or a list or whatever. So I guess later I would like enhance this function and make it able to load another types, not only text as it does now. But yeah, that would be later. Right now I'm happy with just only strings. So yeah, I would want some sort of an API, and yes, perhaps I wouldn't need that because I will store all of the tables in a single file. So yeah, get table, pop tables. Well, actually this function kinda returns this list of the lists, so I only want the accessor for that. So let's see, this function would take, I'm not quite sure the name yet. Oh, how did I... Okay, that's some V-tricks. I accidentally hit a number button. Right, so I'm not quite sure about the name of the function, but it would take an actual table, one of those things from the values of this hash table. And it would take table and return something, I guess. Right, so perhaps I want the function for accessing to actually perform a search by some by kind of some sort of predicates. So for instance, when having hit of mandibles versus flesh, I would like to find a line in which weapon class is this mandibles and armor class is flesh. So that would mean that I don't have just one predicate. I might have several of those. Maybe not even two, but maybe more. Right, so perhaps I'm thinking about the parameters to this function, so perhaps it should be some sort of keywords, but like dynamic. So let me think. Yeah, maybe I would have something like, but I'm not quite sure how to make the function to accept like a dynamic number of keyword arguments. So let me just see. Okay, so first of all, how would I call this function anyway? Something like search table, maybe? Because I'm searching those for some particular line. And the thing is, actually several lines could like be successful to this predicate. So I might return several lines, but okay. So maybe I would make another function which would wrap this first one and it would find just one line. Yeah, okay, so something like search table, or I don't know. So okay, how would that look here? So I would have these data tables, and I would kinda get hash from that. No, maybe I would want some nice function which would wrap all of this stuff. Table. So maybe I would also want... Oh yeah, I could use here a table as a keyword and access this global variable. But not here actually, because the tables, the global variable data tables is defined in another place. I think in data clone kit here, data tables. No, oh, where is defined then? Oh, right, it is defined here. How? Right, so I want, yeah, I want my APIs actually here. Oh, yeah, I had another file for that. Okay. Right. So API, I don't really need this to do anyway. Another better parse, blah blah blah, keyword normalizer. Normalize all. Yeah, I already did that. Keep all instance and factors. Yeah, I tried using Yason first, but then kinda kept it to Jonathan library. So yeah, column names are case insensitive because, well, they are keywords anyway. So yeah. Right, so I actually already have a little helper to get a data table using only the table designator, which is cool. Yeah, and I am replacing this underline with a dash in a Lisp style. So yeah, everything is nice. But yeah, I also need a function to get a value. Well, first of all, to find some particular line in a table, and only then to also get a data from that. All right. Maybe even some sort of macro, but why would I want macro? Maybe to have some sort of symbol macro let, but I would only want that if I want to modify a table on the fly, and I probably don't want that because it is kind of a constant table. So I want to keep it, yeah, I want to keep it constant. Okay, right, so I would need some function to do the search. And damn it, I'm so bad at naming things. So something like search table, maybe? Or search data table. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So perhaps I would have like an assortment of these tiny helpers, and then some high-level function that will do everything in one go. Yeah, something like that. So search data table. It would take an actual table, and it would take like keywords. But yeah, again, how do I think I will have to Google that. So how do I have the arbitrary number of keyword arguments? Damn it. LISP arbitrary number of keyword arguments. Yeah. Can I define function? Yeah. Number of optional keyword args. So there's no standard way to do this in CL. I could make the function take everything in the rest parameter and parse the keyword themselves. You don't want to design very different. But that's there are a few points for those information. Blah 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 blah. Allow other keys. Yeah. So how do I encode food to prevent the unknown key here? But rest also include the keys and values of keyword arguments. Oh. Rest. And correctly points out that this might take an error, looks fine. Blah 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 blah. But by the standard keyword argument names, that is the first pair of arguments must be symbols. Okay. Whether or not this works depends on blah 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 blah. Rest. The proper solution would involve writing your own keyword argument parser and use it with rest, or as point out, using a different API. Another point worth mentioning that in CL applying large numbers of arguments is not idea. Yeah, anyway. Right. Keywords are extracted from rest, which is then expected to have an even number of arguments. The keywords and values alternate. Okay, if key was also supplied in lambda form, what do you mean by also? First monetary and optional arguments are bound to variables, then the remaining supplied arguments are bound to the rest parameter if given. Let's say the parameter is named rest. This is the list of remaining arguments. Now, if key was also supplied in lambda form, keywords are extracted from rest, which is then expected to have an even number of arguments. Unless you app and allow other keys, lambda form definition or you can only provide the keyword parameters declared in the lambda form. Right, so let us test this. What if I have a function that takes some parameters and then it has rest and then it has end key and then maybe right away allow other keys? How would that even work? I mean, how do I get those actual keys? Yeah, it compiles, so let's try and call that. Something like that. Okay. It feels like, no, it's kind of weird. What if I supply only key? Right, odd number of key arguments. Key 1, yeah, okay. And then something like that. What if I omit all of this key stuff altogether? Redefining. Yeah, basically it's the same. So I guess I could just have rest and then how is it called? Destruction bind it to wait a sec. I want a plist here, right? Yeah, I want a plist. I want kind of predicates, so I want the names of the columns and then values which user expects here. I mean user of this function. So a plist. Okay, let's say it is the plist. I'll figure it out by the way. So search data table, it would take an actual table and it would take predicates. And it will return like several, like maybe a list of plists in which all what's the word? I forgot the word about the predicate. Success. Give me a sec. I will use Google Translate. Satisfy. Yeah. I will return lines which satisfy those predicates. Right. So, a table. So first of all, oh yeah, it is already. Okay, so the thing is, this table is a list of plists. So what do I want? Perhaps I could use here some sort of this high-level functional stuff, like filter or remove if not or something like that. But thing is, I want to be as performant as possible here. Search data table. I mean, do I even need the function in which I return several lines from there? I guess, like most of the time, I would want just one. So, yeah, if the need arises later, I would just implement this function which returns multiple lines. But yeah, for now, it would be just one line. Alright, search data table. Perhaps I should rename it something like search. Okay, how do I like show that it only returns one line? Okay, I will just document that anyway. So search data table. So now I actually can. I mean, can I? So okay, I'm thinking, how do I search? How do I actually search this thing? I can go with do list. I can like do some fluffy loop here. I kinda hate a loop, even though it's a powerful construct. So what do I use here? Filter. Oh yeah, okay. Filter function predicate. Remove if not. Yeah. Delete if not. No. How do I? Alright, this is also awkward because I remember how it is done in Scheme and it's done by function filter, but I can't remember how to nicely do that with common Lisp. Remove if? No, I want just one element, not a list. So something like search, find in sequence. Find if and if not. Right. Element find if predicate. Yeah, so I guess I need find if here. Right? Find if. Yeah, I guess I need find if here. So the predicate, some predicate here, and then a sequence would be the actual table. Come on, blah blah blah, arcs, from key. So I guess that's that. Oops, how? Oh yeah, wrong button. Right, so for every line I would have to understand if it satisfies those predicates. So those predicates are a plist, and the line is also plist. So the thing is, I want to, what do I want? I want to go over the plist that is called line. No, so line would almost always be longer than predicates. So perhaps I want to go over predicates. I want to have a look at the similar keywords in line plist, and if the values are the same, like for every element, I want to return true. Man, this is getting like complex quite quickly. Right, so maybe there is some function in Alexandria to kinda do this plist thing. Let's see. I reckon it had quite a lot of function for plists. So this all is about hash tables. Remove from plist. No, I don't want removing. Do plist. Oh, so that would be handy. But return the property list containing the same keys and values. Plist tells you blah 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 blah. Plist in the same order. So I can convert those to A lists, but it wouldn't. Wait a sec. So if those would be sorted, and I mean both of those things, then actually this might be quite simple in a way that I could convert both of those to a list and then just see like call some function kind of something like position to see if one list is kinda sublist of another. But it sounds kinda tricky and fragile, because anyway I would have to sort these predicates every time, and I don't want to do that in runtime. So yeah, I guess I would just go more conventional. Okay, what else? Remove from plist, I think I already seen that. Alexandria 2, delete from plist star, but version destructively modify, yeah, whatever. Return list, move specified order. Anyway, and yeah, that's basically it. So do plist it is. Okay, so the predicates is shorter, so I think I'm going over predicates. Right, would that be wise? Yeah, I think that definitely would be wise. So, why the parenthesis here? So, do plist, keyval and plist. So it would be column, it would be value, and the plist would be predicates, right? Am I calling that right? Iterates over elements of plist, body can be preceded by declarations, and like the tag body return may be used blah blah blah, return shows values. So yeah, I guess key and val are just symbols. Functional values. What is values? Let's see. Left marker do plist. So values. Return values. Oh, that's the return value, I guess. Oh yeah, if return is not used to return values. Right. So okay, the thing is that if that loop of mine ends and I haven't found any differences, it means that this line kinda satisfies the predicates, which means I should return true, right? Yeah, right. So that's also handy. And then the body goes. That was weird. So yeah, body. Again, weird. But I guess Emacs always knows how to indent right. So yeah, the thing here is that I want to get f from from a line. Get f from a line by the indicator of column. And so how do I... Right, so first of all, those values, well, most probably they are strings. Wait a sec. Huh. Again, the thing here about the performance is that if those are strings, that I would have to call like the full equal function to check for equality, and it is less performant than having those as say keywords. But if I convert all of those to keywords, it would be much easier, right? Okay, so let me just try to have a trick here. So let me just tweak that function of mine. It would be slight and nice trick here. So where am I using? Oh, I actually should lines. Yeah, right. I'm not actually going into those things. Okay. Different lines. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I want to actually go over all of those and then keywords. Yeah, let me have another look here. Right, so those are strings. Strings. Yeah, my idea was to just use the read function on those. And for instance, if I just put the colon here, like an initial, like that, that would mean it would kind of automatically convert to a keyword. But it would mean that I have to go through all of those values and actually call this read function here. Do I want to do this? I mean, it sounds kinda a bit invasive. But it kinda gives me flexibility in a way that I could use like literally, I mean, almost any common Lisp type there. Well, mostly that would be just keywords and, well, some sort of p-lists. But I can't have the actual hash table here. I can't, oh, sorry. So I can't add a column which is, yeah, actually let's have a look at the doc. Maybe I can't have that. So castledb.org and let's have a look at types. Yeah, here we go. Unique identifier, text, boolean, integer, float, color, enumeration, and blah blah blah. Yeah, flags. Reference to another sheet row using as a unique identifier. File, like a file. Wow. Image, tile, which is bonkers, a subpart of tile set. A list, a custom type, dynamic, any JSON data that you can input. Interesting. That's interesting. And later, so data tile layer, packed layer information for map edition. Learn more. Oh, nope. Custom. Structure type declares an enums consisting of several constructors. Wowzer. Is it some sort of struct here? If it is, then it's kinda nice actually, but I'm not sure I want to use such complicated like features of this format. So yeah, I can't really have a hash table here, but I can have like probably all of those types. I mean, it is a lot of types, and maybe I don't want to be tricky here and use some common Lisp magic. Right. Okay. So perhaps I would just stick with equal check. I mean, again, these tables would not contain like an awful lot of lines. So this impact table would contain, so let's see, I would have probably several types of armor, like flesh, then this kitten, then something like the metallic armor or of sorts, then maybe something like a wood and then a stone for some sort of constructs, and I'm thinking way ahead. And then what else? So I counted 5. So maybe that's that. So 5 or 6 or maybe 7, like that. And then the weapons. So this would be probably a bit more. So it would be like, well, all of those types I have now, like dagger, short sword, long sword, but then again, I don't think it is much of a difference between short sword and long sword, but still. So let me just open what I want to open, the ASC Pride, and see in the heroine sprite all of those types. So it would be dagger, short sword, long sword, great sword, and that's it. And then for all of these creeps, I would have like mandibles. This one I would have. Then maybe they would also use all of those weapons. Then some sort of ranged weapon, like arrows and maybe also bolts. And then a magic types. Ooh, that would be a bit more. So let's say I would have some sort of maybe 10 of those weapon types. So it would be 7 or so of armor types, and again 7 to 10 weapon types. So it would be like maybe 100 lines in this table. 100. That's not that little, actually. Not that few. And perhaps I would have these impact sounds like quite often. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I would still have to do this trick here. Text does not allow multi-line text. Okay. Right, a text. Okay, let's do this. So the thing I want to do is for all of the column types, I mean only for the column type that is text, I want to call it, I want to go it through to the common Lisp read function. Right, and that's basically it. So let's see. I have a sheets here. I have results. Right. Let's do some extra variables. So I would have a lines here, which would be this one. Oh no. All right. No, the percent. Right. So lines would be this thing, and then the types. I want to have types. Okay, for this I think I would need a bit of a debug printing. So first of all I would print sheets, I guess. Lines result for, or maybe just one. Yeah, right. Wait, what? How? Oh. Right, so do I put it here? Huh, weird. Okay, so let's have a look. Here it is. Props, nils, where there's no lines, so here are our lines, and now the columns. So here are the types. Right, lines, then let's have a separate thing, which is columns. So the columns would be get f from shift columns. And then, so what do we want here? So let me just have another look at the types. We probably don't want to fiddle with any other things, but maybe we would want to fiddle with image to have it like properly loaded. I reckon it is like base 64 encoded something, I can't remember. But still, yeah, I would want a separate thing here. Right, so what I want is some kind of a, first of all, static hash table, or maybe plist, no, or a hash table. Let's have a hash table with functions that have to process all of the column values. So I reckon I had similar mechanism somewhere in ASC Pride, maybe, or not. Yeah, I reckon here it was also something to do with base 64. Yeah, here the process. So I would have some sort of processor functions and then have a type case, I mean the case on some sort of type, and then have this stuff, right? Yeah, right. So the case, and I mean I could have kinda, yeah, okay, let's have it in a similar way here. Right, so columns, lines, and then let's have column processors or something. Column, yeah, processors. Yeah. So this would be, oh, right, so let me just yeah, maybe I could have name and type str, name open class, name armor class. Why it has display null? I mean they are displayed here. Weird. That's weird. But yeah, anyway. So I'm thinking I want to have some sort of list of types, or maybe a hash of types. Or maybe do I want to have just the processor functions right away in a functional style in this column processors thing? Okay, this is getting a bit hard. So how do I mean, I want, okay, let's go from the other side. So on the other side I would have, so wait a sec, what was it here? Setup result. No, I reckon here it wasn't a result, it was lines, right? Okay, let me just press undo a lot of the times. Yeah, it was getf shit lines, so it means this was lines, right? And I don't need a print anymore. Right. So instead of lines here, I want to go over every column, and I want to change it, or rather not change, but call some function and put the result of that function here. So what do I use there? Okay, so first of all I would go over that list. I mean, does the list return a value? I reckon it does not. Results, description, iterates, it consists result star. What is result star? Oh yeah, the result form here. Okay, let's see. If a return or return from form is executed, the value is passed from that form. Otherwise, the values returned by the result form on nil if there is no result form. Okay. Can I actually use it here? I mean, if I destructively modify this lines list, then yeah, it's all good, I guess. And I will destructively modify it. So yeah, right. So let's see, lines. So I would go the variable line over all of the lines, and the return also lines. And for every of those, I would set f to the... Okay, so I reckon setf should be working in a way that getf does, and getf is like place and then indicator. So that means that in this setf I could use the line and no, wait, okay, that's awkward, but I would have to Google that too. So common lisp setf to plist, the property list, accessor symbol plist, yeah, whatever, getf, or should I just do setf on a getf? I guess that's the way. So yeah, exactly, I want to do that. There's no way to distinguish absent property from default. Get, oh, I'm not even sure what's the difference between get and getf. Getf symbol plist. So what's a symbol plist then? Returns the list that contains the property pairs of symbol. The contents of a property list cell are extracted and returned. Well, I have no idea what is the properties list. Oh no, wait, I have the idea what a property list cell is. So wait a sec. List. No, where was this getf equation? Right, so list x getf is the same as get. Okay, I'm still not getting that, but anyway, let's try to do that. Right. So I perhaps want to set f to get f from line. So what I want here. Yeah, and here for this line I would want to loop over all of the columns. Yeah, and this would get quite computationally expensive, but it only happens when the game loads, so I guess no problem here. Right, and then yeah, anyway, so I would want to go over plist, I guess. Plist with the key of column and value of line. I don't want to return anything here, and I would, again, weird indentation. I reckon I can like set up this in Emacs config, but I can't quite remember. I reckon you could do that. Yeah, okay, anyway. To plist, so I want to, damn it. So I want to set f this get f line column. No, wait a sec. How would that even work? So let's say I have some plist called p, which is like a1, b2, c3. So if I set f like get f p a to 42, would that work? Yeah, right, that works. What if I do get? Oops. The value is not of type symbol. Thank you very much. So I guess, right, that's it. So then set f to get f line column. And here I want to call that processor function. Something like process, I would, or maybe even like apply or funcall. Yeah, let's have funcall. Funcall process, or well, anyway, yeah, some function here. Let's have it just as a variable, and then the arguments. The argument would be only a value here. Stuff, and yeah, that's all for that plist. So this plist goes over the line, and we want to do that over like for every line. So that's basically it. That's all of the setf. So the only thing is that I want to get this process function here. Right. So I want to have some sort of hash table or maybe plist. Yeah. So I have, so for these types, they're like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are 16 of those types. And probably I wouldn't even support all of those. The question is, do I even want a full hash table for that, or can I just keep it to be a plist? I guess I probably could keep it a plist. So let's see. This columns variable is this plist, or rather, wait a sec. Columns. Okay, let me just have a look at the actual file itself. So I've put it in resources in tables. Yeah, here it is. So, right, the columns is a list of objects. And what do we have here? A list of plist. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, I want to go over that list. Yeah, I want to fill like a separate plist with these processor functions, right? Right. Okay. So the thing is that I want to go over list. Yeah, maybe I really want to loop here. So I want to loop over like for column and columns. I'm going to loop for those, and then for every column I want to collect. And by using collect I would have... No, wait a sec, can I actually have a collect to make a plist? I guess not. I guess I want something like append. I mean, can I use this in loop? Where's this? Like from the GigaMonkeys book. This one. So let's see, collect. Yeah, I think here it was. Collect and summon count in doing finally. Now wait a sec. That's not comprehensive list. Yeah, value accumulation. Collect append. Yeah, I think I want append here. You can see count, sum, maximize, minimize. Right. Append like a cons, I guess. I mean, if can I do that? Like loop for C in 4, append like cons C, A and C. No, that's not what I wanted at all. List. Right, a list. Okay. But if I use a collect here, yeah, of course. But if I use a cont, damn it, how it is read only? Damn it. If I use cons here, nope. Okay, let's go with append list. List of column name, which is getF column name, and then here I probably want the actual case magic, which would pick appropriate function or so. But anyway, I would first of all have getF column type str. Why str though? Type str. Oh, because it is an actual string. All right. Have your secrets. Then, yeah, it is an actual string. Weird. That's weird. Let me have a test. Let me just add temporally another column with some another type, like image. Oh, where's the name? You can't even omit the name, which is weird. Yeah, okay, save. And now let's have a look. Now the type str is 7. Right. Okay, I'm thinking I can use conversion to integer here. So let me just remove that crap. Right. Right. So type str, and then I want to do also something here. So that would be this list. Yeah, and probably I would stick the case right here. So let's see. It's called processes. Ooh, 2 wide lines. So how? Maybe like that? Nope. Yeah, something like that. Right. So first of all, I want to convert this crap to integer. How do I mean, I forgot again. How do I do that in Lisp? String to an integer. Parse integer. Yeah, right. And I reckon it was some keyword argument to make it allow crap, just in case. So like one, yeah, but if like, how it was called, allow junk? No, junk cloud? Yeah, junk cloud. So again one, and then maybe like that, nil. Nil? Okay. Right. Yeah, perhaps this is the time for a sugar boost. Oh man, I love the stuff. So, parse integer then of this thing with junk allowed. And then I want to case or even e-case that. Hello. In case this thing. Oops. Right. So I forgot again how to. Yeah. Now I remember. So. So where was these types? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, there is not even an actual reference here for those types. Yeah, I guess I would have to have a look at CastleDB sources. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Damn it. Yeah, so let's just search for that. What was it? Type_str? Right, so it is some tests here, database. Oh, and it is, this tool is actually written in Hexa, which is also a bit esoteric programming language. And I can't quite see here any like proper references to those types. Let's see. Type str switch std string substring. I can't quite read this Hexa language, so switch t case convert null throw some argument type. Okay, so I've seen this thing, a type. Where does this type come from? I reckon if I grab for a type, it would be an awful lot. Yeah, right. And I mean, it's a lot of. Yeah, probably I want to grab in source directory. Yeah, here we go. And I mean, where do they even get this types from? let's maybe have a look here. No, that's just a test file, but still. Yeah, just some stuff. Okay, let's just do it incrementally. So I know that one is text, and I will start with supporting only text type. So if it is one, we use what do we use? Read, right? So I mean, I would call if I call a read on some string, what it will. Oh, imaginary function. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, right. Read. I mean, I was using this trick in some other place. I reckon in ASC Pride 2. Read. No, it would be a lot of entries for it. But the thing is that I was reading the properties with that trick, but I can see it here. Okay. Was it in Sprite system? Properties. Okay. Frame property. No, that's just the accessors, but where am I actually reading that from a file? Damn it. Can't quite remember. So the thing is that I actually have these like cell properties here, and here I am using just a regular common Lisp form. This is just a plist that could be read into the program. So I actually am reading this somewhere, and it should be here, I guess, in ASC Pride. But I can't even. Oh yeah, it's called not a property, it's called user data. User data chunk. Yeah, here we go. Right. Oh, but here it is only a text, and then I reckon in the sprite system I actually get this user data, and yeah, here we go. So with input from string, read s. With input from string. So this function, this processor function for a text would be a bit trickier, I guess. I would have to first call with input from string, from string, and have this string s and this text, and then I would read s. Right, and that's a symbol actually. That's not a string. Oh. Huh. Right. But if I wanted a string, I would actually type quotes here, right? And I would do the same here in CastleDB. I mean, you probably could do that. Yeah, you can. So let me have a look at that file. Yeah, let's just change directory. No, not source, the resources, and then tables. And let me have a look. Yeah, it just properly escaped double quotes. Just like I want it to be. So if I did that, it would be like in this string here, and it would convert to a string. Right, but now I can have like literally any common Lisp type here. So I can go with something like that, and it would be a proper keyword. Nice. That's just what I want. So instead of read, it would be some lambda with some text, which would call with input from string. God damn it. From string s and text, and it would call read on this s. and here we go. And for any other type, we would have an error, right? Make cells not supported. Maybe I want to have it as a variable to have a error message a bit nicer. So with type, or like with column type. Column type which equals to this thing. Yeah, sure. With column type, case column type. Here's our nice function, and that's the end of eCase, right? And that's the end of our loop. So now we have this column processes, which is a plist that contains functions. And now I can just, to get this process function, I can just do getF on column processors. Come on, column process. God damn it, processes. And I want to get it by a designator, which is in this case column. No, wait, column, just variable. Yeah, and I guess that's that. I've called. I'm calling this function here. I'll call. So that's it. I guess it should work. Let's have a try. No, one warning. What happened? Derived type of getF type is there as well as null optional. I mean, what? Have column, loop for column and columns. Weird. That's weird. Oh, that's a lot of abusive text from SBCL. So let's see. Delete an unreachable code, blah 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 blah. Code warning, derived type of getF column type str is values null optional. GetF column type str. Right, but I know for sure that it should be string. Values null optional, it's not. Okay. Actually, it could even not contain this thing. Okay, does getF has a default? I reckon it should. Yeah, default. Just an empty string. Would that make it happy? Okay, cool. Right. So let's test it. Let's just launch a demo and have a look at this table. I mean, global variable that contains tables. So demo, no, was it the data, those data tables. Here we go, a hash table with one entry and it contains nil. Cool, awesome. Where have I gone wrong? I guess in this setup, for some reason, this do list was nil. Why? Let me just make sure. Just quit and start again. Right. Data tables. Yeah, nil, as I can see. Right. Am I missing something about the list? Result form. Result form of forms. Let's see. Result form. The results. If return from form is executed, which is not, the values are passed from the form. Otherwise, the values returned by the result form on nil if there is no result form, but there is result form, right? It is lines. How the heck? I mean, I could like take this bit of code and shove it above, but I want to be it nice and kinda in one place. Again, weird. So let's have a test. Let's call it do list with yeah, first of all, let's have some variable, some L. And then let's call the list with line on this kind of lines and also return this thing. And let's just, I don't know, set f ooh, wait a second. No, okay. So set f line to no how line would be a variable. Set f and it would not do a thing. Anyway, let's just, I don't know, print a line. Right, so it actually returns this thing. How the heck? Let's have it a local, I mean the local byte bin. So let's have this line and let's have it as a plist just for a change. No, wait, it was a list of plists, so let's have that. Like A1, B2, and then C2, D3. And now let's have do list with line over lines and return also lines, and then let's set f like get f line A, like I don't know, 42. Right, so is it, yeah, I guess it's the return value, which probably means, no, wait a sec. Why it hasn't set like the A here? Oh, because I think it's because this dot A designator, I mean colon A designator hasn't existed in this plist, probably. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, probably that this happens because this lines is null, which should not be the case, but let's have a look. Oh, right, I think I know what the problem is. I think the problem is that this with lines have no effect because they are after this for line. Yeah, I just messed up my loop here. So I guess I just want those rather just as a let here in do close, or maybe just as also for clauses, which would be, I mean, it would look terrible, but anyway. Something like that. Right, compiles, let's have, no, what? Why? Nil fell through case, wanted one of one. How it was, I mean, can I even call? Yeah, sure, awesome. Okay, one, what, yeah, nil fell through a case. So let's see. For column, let's just, let's print a column here. And then print this type str itself. I guess I would have to restart my Lisp image because I've screwed the year processing here. Load library again. Oh, what? Why? Alright, I think no, wait a sec. I think I started writing a code somewhere and forgot to finish. Yeah, here, exactly. Right, so let's switch a package and call a demo again, and it will fail again, but wait, what? That's rather weird. Okay, let's just remove all of those prints because it is getting awkward. And let's just use, damn it. Let's just use some stickers from a wonderful Sly package. So there's print. Also this one. Right. No prints. Okay. So restart again. Damn it. Then quick load again. And switch to package and call it demo. Okay, I forgot to set stickers. God damn it. This is getting a bit tedious. Right, so stickers. So first of all, what do I want to see here? I want to have a look at sheets here. So how it was, Ctrl C, Ctrl C, yeah, Ctrl S. And then for sheet, I want to have a look at columns. And then at this getF column. And then I guess I know what happens after that. Let me just also have a look here. Yeah, I always have type str as 1 and display null for some reason. I'm not even sure what display is there. But anyway, let's have a look. Okay, awesome. So let's have a look at our stickers. How it was, Ctrl R. So, sticker, so it was 3 stickers, and the sticker 1 was this one, sheets. It is kinda fine. And then the next one was columns. So name columns. Right, and then the next one was an empty string. Why was it an empty string? Oh, it's with. I guess I have to actually use for here too. Yes, damn it. I keep mixing those two because again I don't like loop very much. Yeah. Okay, I would have to restart everything again. And I reckon it would... no. What? The function nil is undefined? How does that even... define function on labels flash? So this could happen if this column processes contained nil or didn't contain like the corresponding type for some column. So let's again restart everything, or maybe I should think about making a proper year processing here. But anyway, yeah, I will think about that later. So let's load everything again and put a sticker on column processors here. Right, so then let's go on demo, and yeah, of course. So let's have a look at the stickers. 1 of 1. So, well, Oh, I see what the problem is here. I'm using strings here. I want to use the keywords. And right, so for this name I should call make keyword, right? And I think that's it. That should do the trick. Right. So restarting everything again. And this, no, god damn it. So I probably should have kept the sticker here. Okay, we're starting again then. Right, so first of all I want a sticker here to see what those column processes actually are. And then column. So a column. Line. So I get a line column. I can't actually set a sticker on a singular variable, which is not very nice. I mean, I could set it here, and probably I could do that, but it wouldn't work anyway. Okay. Wait, what was it? Year? Oh, right. Quotier, record sound column is not a symbol and cannot be used as a local variable. So I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, still 1 year. I mean, what? Okay, it compiles this way, so what the heck? Right, and then this one? Weird, that was weird. But anyway. Yeah, let's maybe have a look at lines too. Okay, let's call it then. It happens quite instantly, so let's have a look at these stickers. So first, oh no, that's the last one, 3 of 3, so previous. 1 of 3, the column. Oh yeah, I should have keyword, when calling make keyword, I should have made it uppercase, like here. My mistake. Let's make it word, and yeah, so let's clear the stickers then. Make keyword string uppercase. Oops. Okay, so now it definitely should work. Oops, how? Oh yeah, that's because I haven't quick loaded yet. Yay, it loads. So let's have a look at the actual table. Data tables. Right, here we go. Right, so these things are now actually symbols. Cool, awesome, that's what I wanted. Not exactly. I actually wanted those things to be keywords. This thing, and then this one, and then this one. Basically all of those. Oh, I already can see a small problem here. Let's just test it. So, okay. let's call the demo again. And have a look at those tables. Oh, they're actually loaded properly. I mean, the upcasing, it is done, I guess it is done by the default reader, because, well, I'm calling read. So, cool, I think that's that. So, yeah, right. Now I have those things in a proper performance-friendly format. So, I'll close that. So here I can now search those like quickly. So where was I? Here. I was searching the data table, so find if, and for every line I would go over the plist of predicates and then get f from the line actual column. Oh, okay, I've done this flexible thing where these things are actually common Lisp fragments, or rather forms, or anyway. But the thing here is that I can have like different types. I mean, I can have like a string here, or maybe even a plist, and then I again can't use eq here, which is like fast equality check. God damn it. So probably I could just supply an equality thing here, can't I? I mean, can I use optional and rest arguments together? Like optional B 42 and then rest args, and at least B args. Okay, so if I call like 1, 2, oh, it's not very nice. It's not very nice because I'm expecting in these arcs probably I can make just 2 separate functions. Yeah, I guess that's what I will do. Just this version with equal and some quicker version with star. Let me just remember, I was making the same thing in some of my data types. I reckon in global vector, and I also had a star version, and it was, yeah, access blah blah blah, one index, star access, yeah, right, so the version without a star is like a fast and unsafe, and the version with a star would be safer, but slower. So here I would use, no, wait a sec, so the star, the version with the star is slower and safer, yeah. Right, so I would use eq here, right, so if equals def line column to value, unless it is true, it means that this line does not satisfy a predicate, and we could skip it, right? No, I guess I can go without unless. Oh yeah, I could not. If that is wrong, I would do return. So let me have a look at doc here. Return maybe is blah blah blah. The body return. Body can be preceded by declaration type is like a tag body. Right. Body. Right, it is a tag body. So how do I return from tag body? Return from, right? Oh. Returns nil. Right. Return from. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't want to do that. I wanted just to have a look at the docs. So, returns a control multiple variables from lexically closing block. A block form named name must lexically enclose an increment from and well as violation result immediately returned from innermost block. The transfer of control initiated by return from is performed as described, blah blah blah. Examples. I reckon to return from a tag body. Man, this is awkward. I don't know how this works. I mean, I don't know how exactly apply it here. So I guess I'll have to Google that. So LISP tag body return from. Or maybe just return from tag body. Return from tag body. Looks and exits. No, it's not. Special operators. There. Okay. What's the next? Blah 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 blah. I managed to provider. A block return from tag body and go. The first two block and return from are used together to write a code this blah 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 blah. The other two tag body and go provide a quite low level go to construct. That's the basis for the high level looping construct. So I mean, okay. Tag body and go have a similar relationship to each other and block and return from. A tag body form defines a context which names and define blah 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 blah. So do I have any labels in that tag body of loopy list loop forms go loop? But how do I actually break from it? Return. Oh, return may be used to terminate the iteration early. Okay. Then return. No. I mean, if this value is not equal from a predicate to a value in a line, then we return nil. On the other, yeah, and if we go over all of the predicate, like key value pairs, and not meet any that does not satisfy in the line, then we return true from here. Well, I will be surprised if that will work from the first time. Right, lambda list. Right, I guess that's it. Okay, so I can actually test it without having a demo running. So I can get hash impact sounds from this thing. Yeah, and I can call this thing search data table with this thing and predicates. Right, so the predicates would be, let's say I want to find armor class flesh. Wow, that worked. I mean, wow. I wasn't expecting that. Right, let's have another predicate. Let's add weapon class. Let's say mandibles. Right, it still works, and if I do that, it returns nil, which is expected, and then if I does not supply anything, it just returns the first line. Mandibles flesh. Is it the first here? Yeah, it is first here. Okay, awesome. I think that's it. So I just want to implement the same function but with another equality predicate, just with equal here. Oh, wait, what? How? What happened? Required argument is not a symbol. Whoa. How? I mean, it's the same. It's literally the same function, but oh, I forgot the argument list. Sorry. Okay. Cool. So now I have my accessors here. And again, this is kind of low-level function. I want another accessor which will get the required value from a line. So this would be something like, well, actually it would be just a plain getF, but I want to call it nicely. So how this will look API-wise in where I will be using that. So I will be using that where in combat system. And this would be, yeah, I would have this weapon class and this armor class, and then okay, I'm so bad at naming stuff. I will get back to that in a minute. So I'm now creating a function which would get a value from that line that's found. So it is a table, and we want to get man. How do I call it? Data table, like table value. Yeah, maybe table line value. Search data table. Table line. Whew. Yeah, I'm quite bad at naming things. Maybe just table value. Yeah, just table value would be okay. So it would get a line. It would get the name of the column. And then a default value, which would be optional. So it would be just a plain getF, like basically a getF. The place would be a line, the indicator of the column, and yeah, the default the default, just like that. Okay, that's my table value. And now I want some function that would combine all of those low-level functions and would just get a value from a table. So how do I call it, considering I already have table value? Yeah, right. Search data table. Something like with data table, maybe, but then it should be a macro. And I don't actually need a macro here. All right. So okay, let's just call it like that for a second, and then have an argument list. Maybe it would clear things up. So it would take a table as the keyword. Then it would take, oh, it would have those predicates. which means it should be the rest argument, which is not very nice. Okay, let's see. Let's see what do we have also here. We also want to get some column we're interested in. We can't really specify a default here since we would have a rest arguments. But we could have a keyword argument with a default. Can't we? I mean, again, let's have a test. Maybe then key with default nil, and then rest r. So abkr. Oh, misplaced rest. How is it misplaced? Actually, no. Right. So I guess it should go like here, but then it would screw the rest arguments, right? So if I call it with 1, 2, and something like a1, b2, yeah, unknown key argument, awesome. So I would also have to add allow other keys. Would that help? Right, 1, 2, nil. It actually works as expected, but then if I want to specify a default, or a key as I call it here, then it gets into that rest argument, and also if it goes here, the same thing. I guess I can actually fish out this thing from there. Okay, let's have a try. So rest predicates and key default null with allow other keys. Whoa, I've barely fit 80 lines. Oh, and I wouldn't fit 80 lines because the name would be different, obviously. And now I would have to... Yeah, the thing is, I have a key, I mean the default variable at this point, but I would have to fish out that thing from rest arguments if default was supplied. Right, so I guess it's time for Alexandria. Damn it. And I would need something like remove from plist, yeah, something like that. Modify macro for delete from plist f. Oh, rest keys. I guess I can use that, but what's the difference between remove plist and delete plist? I mean from plist. Returns the property list with the same name as keys except that blah 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 blah. Just like remove plist, but this version may destructively modify. Yeah, I guess I can destructively modify my argument lists. So delete from plist it is. And like this macro version, delete from plist f. Right. By the way, I reckon I was using this thing before. Delete from plist, no, maybe remove from plist. Yeah. Could I have used the this place version there? I guess not. Remove from place, slot, car, slot descriptions. Yep. I mean, I actually could have, but that's just extra steps. Anyway, delete from plist f. So I want to delete from predicates the key default, which means that I wouldn't be able to have a column named default which is probably not very nice. Yeah, not very nice. But I mean, isn't that bad? If I document that, and I mean, why would I want a column named default? That's just, I can't think of any use for that. Okay, so just have a comment here. Filtering by default column name. Right, so we deleted that, and now we can do, I still don't know what the name of this function is, but anyway, now we get a data table with the name table. So we got the table, and then we search it. And then again, I would have two different functions here, maybe. Or I could just go with another keyword, which would be called something like comparator or whatever, or maybe deep compare. Yeah, right. Deep compare. I mean, does someone use that name anyway? Compare. Quality predicates. Yeah, no one uses the name deep. Structurally similar. Anyway, let's just call it that. Deep compare, damn it. Deep compare, and by default it would be nil. Alright, so then I would have to fish out that too. Deep compare. Right, so I guess I would have to start by choosing a function, so search fn. So if deep compare, then search data table without a star, no, with a star, and in other case, if the deep compare is nil, then search data table without a star. That's my search function, and now I can call it. Right, so call them, search fn. Right, function search fn with the arguments. So the first argument would be the table, and then the predicates. So here is the line, and then we would call table value with this line, and then with the column we've been asked about, and that's it, I guess. Right, so how do I actually call it? Right, something like, I don't know, get value from table. I mean, it does kinda these extra things, like deleting this from these keys from a REST argument. I mean, I probably can remove that, or change by changing the argument list. But anyway, let's just call it something. Let's just call it get table value. So how will I be actually calling that? Let me just change it here, like this debug line here, and it would do that. So it would look like that. It would be get table value with a table named impact sounds, and then with column sound, yes, column sound, and then the predicate would be the armor class and weapon class. So the weapon class, this one, and the armor class, like this one. And the default, default of nil is okay. I can use one let here. So that's that. Get table value from impact sounds, blah 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 blah. One star warning, undefined function. Yeah, whatever. Variable default is defined but never used. I mean, oh, column. Yeah, right. Okay. You can provide compare method keyword instead of deep compare keyword and pass it to an equality function. Yeah, I think I can go with that. Probably I can. I mean, I had this thought. Why haven't I went with it? Yeah, you're right. It does some extra duplication, and yeah. Oh yeah, that's because I have a rest parameter here, and because of that I would have kinda to supply it every time. But if I had it like an optional, yeah, that's because this rest thing, but probably you're right. Yes, quality predicate somehow. So right, what's the warning? Okay, no warnings. Cool. So perhaps it would even work right out of the box. So let's see. And come on. Yeah, it wouldn't. Malformed list predicates. Malformed list on the line. Find if. Predicates. Weird. So we was in get table value. And it was this predicates. Then we went to find if, which was inside of that function. What was it? Oh, how they weird. Data tables, yeah, right, inside of this search data table. Here we got into findIf, and then we got into lambda, which actually goes over the line, and in this lambda we got a column. Wait, what's a column? Anyway, we got a line, sound mandibles flash, armor class flash, weapon class mandibles. That's all fine. And then we got a column. Wait, that's not right. I mean, am I even using duplicist correctly? Yeah, so first is a key. What's wrong with that? There are several elements of plist. And for some reason this column is like this whole thing. And then of course, wait a sec. Predicates. Oh, Should that be like literal value in the plist, like this plist? Huh. Tail. Okay, let's just probably. Damn it. Let's just macro expand this thing. Damn it. Yeah. So what do we have here? Block nil results. Let column value. Let column to be a value. What? I mean, weird. Oh, that's an F-let, but anyway, we have a let here. Oh, they are just some variables. Okay, I just there are no parentheses here. So we declare it ignorable and return true anyway. Weird. Then tail blah 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 predicates. Right. And then column if tail then pop else results function. And then value if tail pop tail and else value. So then I declare blah 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 take body unless equals blah blah blah. So where was this predicates? Right. Let so this thing here is bound to the value of predicates. Oh, here we go, malformed plist. So when does that happen? So in a loop, unless blah 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 return nil, and then the next iteration, we set f column to if tail, then blah blah blah. Oh, I guess that means that the predicates have non-even count of elements. So let's see. And predicates. And now I should somehow yeah, okay, would that work again? Yeah, it works again, cool. Perhaps I should even go with format to be sure. Right, predicates equals this. Come on, hit me with all you got. So predicates is weapon class mandibles and armor class flesh. Oh, it is a list of lists. What the heck? So this somehow got here from this. Wait a sec, where does it get here? From search of an. Wait a sec, no. It is predicates. They got here. Oh, yeah. Right, now I got it. I just have to. So here predicates is an actual list. I have to like apply it here, I guess. Right. Let's see. First of all, how do I stop it? Yeah, and now this should be apply, I think. Right, and then here. So let's have a try. Again, come on, hit me with all you got. Right, cool. Yay, now it works. Awesome. And if I hit it, yeah, it works too. Fists get in. Awesome. So now I only have to actually pick the sounds for all of those interactions. And well, perhaps polish an API a bit, but I guess basically it's done. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. So thank you very much for watching, and get back next Saturday if you want more. And yeah, that's all. Take care and